Hey everybody, it's Abby, and today I'm here to do a foundation routine video. I did one back when I started doing videos, but my products that I've used have changed, so this is basically an updated one. So if you're interested, just keep watching. The first thing I usually do, sorry, I forgot to take this out, is use the Perscriptives Immediate Matte Toner. I obviously wash my face before that, but this really does help control my oil. So I do that before I do my eyeshadow or anything else. And then I use like a product for acne. I have like prescription medication or just like some kind of spot treatment. Yeah, and then I let all that set, and then while I'm doing my eyeshadow, and then I start with everything else. So I'm gonna prime my face using the MAC Oil Control Lotion. I believe I used that when I did my original one. So I'm just using like literally like a drop, and a little bit goes a long way. And this is like kind of like a primer too. You can use it as a primer or a moisturizer. I use it as both. It like saves a lot of steps. Not a lot, but and I notice this does make my foundation last a while. A lot longer than without using it. And it smells really good, so. And when I did my eyeshadow, I put my eyeshadow primer underneath my eye because that helps prevent the under eye area from creasing. So I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever concealer palette, and this is the number 2. I know this is for Asian skin, but the colors work really well for me, so yeah, I like to use this. And I'm just going to mix the first 2 colors for my under eye area. I'm just applying it with my finger and then blending out the edges, and then taking my MAC 192 brush and blending out that. Okay. Next, I'm just going to take my Sigma Short Shader E20 brush. It looks like that, and this is the other concealer brush I use, and I'm going to mix the last 3 colors for any blemishes and areas of discoloration. And that's the color I get, and it matches my skin tone really well usually. Sometimes the purple comes through, but it really doesn't on my face, so. Oops. Trying to get the mirror to stay. You could go around the nose, but I find the foundation for me usually gets the discoloration around my nose pretty well. But you could still go around your nose, and I find if I put too much product around my nose, it looks really cakey. So I normally just use the foundation around my nose. Okay, so now I have all the zits and all of the under eye discoloration concealed, so now I could go in with my foundation. And I'm using the Mercier Silk Cream foundation, and I'm in the color Cream Ivory. I really love this foundation, and yeah, it's the best foundation ever. So I just shook it up really well, and I'm just going to put about that much for now. I might need a little bit more, but you literally don't need a lot. And I'm just going to apply it with my fingers. If you're doing it on somebody else, you're going to want to use a brush, obviously, but I'm just going to put a little bit more on my hand. And I just do like a second coat over areas that are a little extra red, have a little extra discoloration. And I had a little bit extra. So, now I'm just going to go over, hold on a second, the foundation with my Sigma Flat Top Synthetic Kabuki. This remains my top absolute favorite foundation brush. So I'm just going to buff it in so it doesn't look as much like I'm wearing foundation. And I'm just going to go back in with that concealer brush and a little bit of that concealer I was using before, and conceal any extra discoloration that you didn't catch before. Or if the foundation kind of rubbed off some of the concealer or something like that. If you see anything there, just go back over with the concealer. Okay. Excuse me. Next I'm just going to use Fairly Medium Bare Minerals foundation. And I use this as my powder when I have just more problematic skin. Like right now my skin is pretty bad, so I'm going to be using two kinds of foundations. Normally, if my skin isn't as bad, I'd use the MAC Mineralize Skinfinish Natural. It's my favorite powder, but this provides a little extra coverage. And I'm just going to use a Sigma large powder brush. And I'm just going to like swirl it around the lid, tap it, swirl and tap. Just put the powder all over my face. This foundation has really light coverage, so it only provides a little extra coverage, but you know, it's better than nothing. And I'm kind of sick, by the way. Sorry if my voice sounds kind of weird. And sorry I haven't made a video in a while. I've been really busy, but I promise I'll try to make videos more often. Okay. So now I'm just going to go back over with this and just kind of buff that foundation in. Then I'm just going to go over with a duo fiber brush and just knock off any excess. Okay. Next I'm going to contour. I'm going to use Nars Laguna bronzer for this, and that same buffer brush I used before from Sigma. I'm just going to take the edge of the brush and rub it in the powder so you get like just an edge of the product, and I'm just going to sculpt out my cheekbones like that. and buff it in. Okay, then I'm just going to take that same duo fiber brush with my favorite blush ever, which is Springsheen from MAC. It's such a pretty color. And I'm just going to put the duo fiber brush inside it and just put the blush on. And don't apply your blush while smiling, because that just gives you the appearance of looking older. Okay, and then lastly I'm going to apply highlighter. I'm going to use the MAC Shell Cream Color Base. I'm just going to use my finger. I'm going to go on my cheekbones. And I'm not going to go on my nose or anything because that normally makes me look really oily. Oh, sorry about that. There you go. And I'm going to do my brows in this video too, because I don't think I've ever made a video about my brows. I have really funny brows. They're really kind of hard to do. So, you kind of have funny brows. Hopefully this will help. As you can see over here, they're really thin and hardly have anything in it. So I'm just going to take a Clinique trio, and I use the middle color, and this is called Totally Neutral. Normally when I'm doing other people's makeup, I use that one because they have a lot lighter brows than me. So I'm just going to use the Sigma concealer brush, and I'm just going to fill in that area of my brows. And same over here, I have a little bit of a weak spot, and then everything else is nice and full. And then I just take one of these things with actually chapstick, and I read this in a magazine and that it helps hold your brows, and it actually does. I've been using it for a really long time. So I'm just rubbing that part on the chapstick. Ooh! Sorry about that. And I'm just going to take that part and just comb through. You could use wax, but I didn't feel like wasting money on something that you could get a really, really cheap alternative for. So yeah. Just combing through it. Okay, so this is really just like my finished face. I do this every single day, and this is basically all I do. So I really hope you enjoyed it. So thanks for watching. Bye.